Hello everyone, this is Godzilla1 and I am back with another live stream. In this case, I am at Hello everyone, this is Godzilla1 and I 3 working. Ignore the stuff you are seeing now. I'm just waiting for this thing to actually get itself started because I'm using my virtual graphics card. So here we go. That's what I was looking for. Okay. So, Baldur's Gate 3 is a game I cannot play on my personal computer. So, I'm using GeForce Now, actually, to do this. So, I'm going to message this out. This will make it a little weird to do some things with this, because because of certain aspects of how this thing works. So give me a second. Okay, I will be right back. I need my mom just arrived. Okay, I apologize about that. My mom needed something really quick. But let me just message everything out and we can get started. Now, one thing to keep in mind about this is, and I do have to explain this. Hi, Trooper. Glad you can make it. I do have to explain how this works a little bit because this is going to be really odd to do. Because I'm using my virtual graphics card, which is GeForce Now. I am not sponsored by them. I would love to be. Also, if you also Tales from Another Childhood Volume 1 and 2 are still over on Amazon if you want to check them out. Also, sorry for it taking a little bit to get things started because it was giving me a little bit of trouble actually getting the thing started up. Because my computer's like, hey, I'm going to reset. I know you're about to do this thing, but I'm going to reset now. So, sorry, not sorry. So now I'm having to do this. So I'm a little late because of that. So we're going to see how this works. Essentially what GeForce Now does is it's streaming to my computer from a remote server. So this is me technically streaming a stream, which is weird to say, but that is essentially what we're doing right now. Is I'm essentially streaming a stream, which is really weird to say, but it is the way this is working. Just let me finish messaging this out. So, the way GeForce Now works is you play a game on their server. So, I mean, on their computer. So it's like a better rig than you have. If it was not a better rig than you had, then you're not going to be playing it. So it is actually free. They actually have a pretty good free plan where you get an hour, like hour-long sessions, but you have unlimited ones. But I have something a little different where I have a premium version. But anyway, just let me set everything up. So I'm going to have to do things a little weird because normally this takes up my entire screen. Premium version of GeForce Now, which basically gives you 8-hour sessions rather than the 1-hour sessions. So it actually is really useful. So, but we'll get started shortly. But yeah, Baldur's Gate 3 is a game that I really like. I've played it a bit, so I know a little bit. I know a bit of ahead of time what's going to happen. But this is one of those RPGs that is just so massive. That's basically just so massive that, and has so many options that you can play it however you want, and each playthrough is going to be different. And so far, it looks like this is working fine. But yeah, it's like D&D essentially. Like Baldur's Gate is a is an RPG that you can make different choices each time. Your character has 100 different options to do. So even if someone's played through it once, each game is going to be different. I always like games like that because they have a ton of replay value. And this one is no different. And especially because you've got your basic character creation, then you've got the individual characters. Like the individual origin characters that are your allies in a solo character playthrough. And then you've got the special routes and all of that. So it's a game that no matter how many times you play it, you're probably going to have a different experience each time. I got caught up making so many different characters that I never finished it. Yeah, I know how that can be. Like, I've been like that in Skyrim a couple times, actually, where I just keep making characters. So, yeah. So far, everything seems to be... seems to be working well. Okay, just giving people a little bit of time to come in because we ended up starting a little late. But yeah, Baldur's Gate 3. I've never played Baldur's Gate 1 and 2. I've never played those. I've heard they're good, but I've never played them. And I believe that Baldur's Gate 3 does follow up on the story of 1 and 2, if I'm not mistaken. That was my mom. If you heard her, I don't know if you did. Okay. And, okay, yeah, you're effectively renting a graphics card you physically... No, that's not how it works, XX. That is not how it works at all. The way GeForce Now works is you are technically renting a graphics card, but it's not one you own. You're basically renting another. Well, if you have the free version, you're basically borrowing a computer. That's what it amounts to. You're basically borrowing another computer and streaming stuff to your computer you couldn't otherwise play. If you have the premium version, you're basically renting that computer for X amount of hours every month. So, but they have a very nice plan. They have very nice plans for it. So if you can't play a game you want to, hi Theo. This is a friend of mine. So yeah, GeForce Now, great. Let's get started, and hope this works. So. Let's see. Let's start a new game. We'll go with balanced. But yeah, if you've never played Baldur's Gate, it's essentially D&D. You're essentially playing a D&D campaign. So yeah, let's see where this goes this time and see how well it's working. Because the stream should be going well, because this technically does not take up any RAM on my computer, because it's GeForce Now's computer that it's using. And we have a Mind Flayer, or Illithid. Like, okay, is Illithid like the species name? Because I've heard them called Illithids, I've heard them called Mind Flayers. So is Mind Flayer like a nickname? Illithid's a species name. Okay, Mind Flayer's a nickname. Okay. So I take it the Mind Flayers don't call themselves Mind Flayers. Okay. Mind Flayers? Tadpoles. So, warning, this game is not for the faint of heart. There will be disturbing imagery. I'm not going to show any of the risque scenes, because this is a PG-13 channel. But yeah, if stuff like this disturbs you, I apologize. So yeah, that is a Mind Flayer. They look very disturbing, and now we have a Mind Flayer tadpole in our eye. Technically in our brain. Yeah, that's how Mind Flayers reproduce. They insert tadpoles into your eyes. And here we have the character creator. Okay. Okay, I've already done this once. The Mind Flayers are cool. Okay, so we have the option of the origin of a custom character, or the origin characters, including the Dark Urge, which is its own thing completely. So we're going to go with origin. We're going to go with custom. I'm going to say this now. I am doing Dragonborn because I tend to only play exotic races. And I'm going to have to finagle the actual thing I'm using to see you guys around to see everything. Okay, so we're going to do Dragonborn because I don't really like playing humanoid races. Okay, so we can either choose male or female. Well, technically, big, bulky, or... Technically, either of these can be male or female. Technically. Because that's just the way this works. Because you can have a big, bulky female or lithe and thin male character. So, yeah, that's fun. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that you can do. Okay, so we're definitely going to go Dragonborn. Because I do not particularly like... we have options. We do have a ton of options. We have elf. You have your elf, classic elf, tiefling, drow. So you can be a heroic drow, which are not that common, which, depending on the setting, not that common. Basic human, who do not have sub-races, actually. The others all have sub-races. But humans don't. We're just basic human. Then you have Gith Yankee, who also don't have sub-races, who I guess are the second most inhuman ones, inhuman-looking ones. Then you have Dwarf, Half-Elf, Halfling, and you have Gnome. So yes, you can do the Gnome Barbarian. And then Half-Orc. No Normal Orc, which I find a little odd, but you can be a Half-Orc. But I'm going to be a Dragonborn. Now, which sub-race? So, yeah, this decides our elemental affinity and resistances. Technically, like, and I am kind of annoyed there's there's none of the Gem Dragonborns. Also, how is the stream coming through? Is it coming through good? It looks like it is. Okay, so we have black, blue, brass, bronze, copper, gold, green, red, silver, and white. So we have our options of which type. I'm not sure which so, okay, gold. I like gold, which does look cool. Which one's most like Godzilla? Appearance-wise, probably the Black Dragonborn. In terms of breath weapon, probably red. But gold, I do like gold. Like, gold dragons are cool. The thing is, we don't actually have to be, like, normal gold. Like, you do actually have options. Hobbits are offended to being ditched. Yeah. So, also, one thing I like about the Dragonborn is they have these fiery eyes. I really do like the fiery eyes. But, yeah, we have the options here. Also, I'm having to finagle the window I'm using to see your dialogue all over the screen. You can't tell, but I can tell. Unfortunately, I can't do anything about that. So, yeah, we can be female, non-binary, male, or female. I liked the options there.
Where to next?
What was that?
Let's hope the locals are friendly.
And
something just woke up down here.
Be wary.
It's opened.
I don't like that
More
voice.
of those wretched things.
There's magic keeping this chest sealed.
Where to next?
What was that?
That one kind of fits, though, but I do
Hells.
Beware.
kind of like 6.
It's opened.
Yeah, I like 6. Okay, so we got the basic option, and probably a large portion of this episode is going to be character creation. I don't know if you can give female dwarves beards. I think you probably can, actually. I think that actually is a possibility. I think you can. But we can either have a more, like, streamlined face, broader face. Kind of I kind of like the more streamlined face. But then you have this option, which honestly does not look too different from this option. Okay, yeah, there's just more. And then, have this one. Personally, I kind of like this one the best. As demanded that female dwarves have beards. Okay, you know what? I can actually go back. Okay, resume. I can actually check that, because we haven't really gone that far. Let's check to see if the female dwarves can have beards. Because I believe that is entirely within the character creator's possibilities, actually, I think. Hair. I'm not being one, but... Okay, that's hairstyle, not... Okay, facial hair. Yes, you can have a female... You can have a female dwarf with a beard. That is entirely doable. So yes, female dwarves with beards are doable. Not plain one, but they're doable. So yeah, that is. In fact, I do. Can you give any? Because I think everything is like. I think in terms of. Okay, let's actually see this. Can I? Can you have a bearded human? Yes, you can. You can have a bearded female human. Okay, so the facial hair is completely differentiated from gender. That is good to know. In fact, everything is different. Like, you can make any combination you want. So you can have a very so you can do whatever you want, and it is fantastic. Okay, so back to Gold Dragon. Okay, so let's do this. We'll decide because I hadn't really done much. Okay, so there we go. We'll go with just the default, we'll go with this one. Then the head crest. We've got options here, which I do appreciate. Okay, so you got the upward curving horns, ram horns, which are also nice. Kind of the, yeah, there's a lot of options. This game has a metric ton. This episode's probably going to be 90% character creation. Like, I'm just going to say that now. This episode's probably going to be like 90% character creation. Okay. Yeah, I know there's more than 8 options. I'm just looking through the 8 options we have. Okay, so you can have a broken horn. Also nice. I bought it when it was on sale. Okay, you can have no horns at all. You can have the crown of horns and a frill, which this actually reminds me of Limette, who I've told you guys about. Theo knows who that is. So that actually reminds me of Limette. Horns and predator dreadlocks. Horns and spikes. 4 horns and spikes down that. This kind of cool. This cool, almost Diablo-looking set of horns. More of a regal look there. Okay, and these backward sweeping horns. Honestly, I'm partial to this. Okay, so actually, before we go too much further into the character creation, the crown. Okay, I do like the crown. Okay, so, this one. Like, I'm going to be honest. I'm not going to let you guys make all of the decisions because I know that might end up turning us chaotic evil. So, but yeah, this one I like. Okay, so. Hi, Holy Cross. Glad you can make it. Before we go any deeper into appearance, actually, this is where we want to. Let's choose our class. Let's use. Well, okay. Let's say I don't want to do Twitch plays Pokemon. Okay. So our class. We have the Barbarian. Bard, the Cleric, the Druid, which my main character is a Druid, Fighter, Monk, Paladin, actually no, there's no Bard at all, actually. Yeah, the Githyanki's a fighter. You get a rogue, okay, so that's actually good to know. early on, the characters you're definitely going to get are a cleric. You're definitely going to get a cleric. Like you definitely get a cleric. You're likely to get a rogue, though the rogue's not likely to be on my party for very long. There was an option. They were thinking of making an elf bard, but they decided not to. Druid. You get a cleric. You definitely get a cleric. Like the cleric has to be in the party. Like the cleric gets in the party. Okay, so there's a cleric. There's a rogue. You get a barbarian, you get a wizard. Okay, so the ones you're most likely going to get first are the druid, wizard, and rogue. If you go out of your way a little bit, you get the fighter. So those are your starting. So, but then you can get a barbarian later. You get a barbarian later. You get a warlock later. You can get a druid who's technically not an origin companion. So you do get a moon druid. So you do get tanks eventually. The problem is tanks are not something you get very early in the game. Like early in the game you don't really have a tank. Like you got a fighter who can kind of play the role, but that's okay. You might be able to. I don't know, but I just know early on I don't think you get a bard. Celestial Warlock is possible, I think. Okay, I can't really... Okay, let's check subclasses. No, there's no Celestial Warlock here. Your options for Warlock are Archfey, Fiend, Great Old One, and Hexblade. Monk. Yeah, Monk is something I considered. I considered Monk. Worst subclass would be Cleric, because you're definitely going to have a Cleric in your party. But I don't want to do that. Monk might be a good idea. Ranger might be fun. Ranger actually fills the role of the Rogue, which the Rogue in this game is very hard to appease. You're not likely to have him on your party for very long if you're a good playthrough. So, yeah, let's just continue. Okay, so Monk, Paladin, Ranger, Rogue, Sorcerer, Warlock, and Wizard. Okay, so Monk, I was considering Monk, actually. Monk is actually pretty fun. Though... Dwarven Dragonborn Ranger. Yeah, Ranger could be fun. Okay, so we got options. So this is basically D&D. If you have a character concept naturally comes before anything. I do actually have a character concept that I've been wanting to use in D&D, but that would be a black dragonborn, not a gold dragonborn. So but we can do anything here. Well, we've also got backgrounds. We also have backgrounds we can make use of. So our background possibilities are Acolyte, Charlatan, Criminal, Entertainer, Folk Hero, Guild Artisan, Noble, Outlander, Sage, Soldier, and Street Urchin. And these all give you various things you can work with. Like, I believe, these decide your skills. Your background decides your skills. So, but I kind of want to be okay, so... Yeah, so that's double dipping. I mean, you don't have to have the character in your party at all times. Eventually get enough characters you can swap them around. But early game we would be double dipping. So we've got options here. Like Acolyte, you're, in service of a deity. Also, yes, you can choose which deity you're associated with. That is all. That is something I do appreciate. I don't know where you do that, but I know it's a thing. But I know it's an option that you can do somewhere. I've only done Druid. I've only done Druid, and I think she was an Acolyte. But yeah. Okay, Outlander is your, like, someone who just wandered into the plot. Like, you're not from around Toril. Full solo rogue stealth playthrough. That would be hard, but I think it's doable. Okay, so there's Noble, which that could be interesting. Like, we could go full in on, okay, backstory I've only done Acolyte. Unless you mean D&D as a whole. No Outlander, okay. Noble would go with it's freaking Skyrim. Okay, yeah, that is actually true. That does kind of turn things into Skyrim. Well, okay, you're not, okay, it can be D&D. Like, it can be D&D. It depends on your character concept. But in the circumstance of this, yeah, it is kind of Skyrim. Okay, Noble could be interesting. Like, okay, we're a Gold Dragonborn. Okay, Folk Hero, that's... You are champion of the common people, challenging tyrants and monsters to protect the helpless. Saving innocents in imminent danger will make your legend grow. Okay, so that's not a backstory I actually allow at my table at level 1, but if you're like level 3 to 5, I allow that backstory. Technically speaking, due to the plot of this game, you're dumped at level 1, even though your character could have theoretically been higher. So that is a backstory that actually works here. But we're Gold Dragonborn. So we could go all in on, we could either go ironic or roll with the whole Gold Dragonborn thing. There, the folk hero background can be someone like Johnny Appleseed. Yeah, that's also true. So I'm thinking maybe go all in with the noble aspect, maybe. Yeah. Well, the thing is, a lot of people who choose the folk hero background at level 1 want to have, yeah, planting trees to feed the people. Yeah. That's cool. Rogue noble background. Rogue could be good. Because the rogue that you get in the party is evil aligned and hard to actually keep. Like a soldier, but she's level 1, you get her, yeah. Rogues are good. Rogues are good, and it is good to have one. Actually, that actually is an interesting concept. Like, okay, Gold Dragonborn rogue, but sneaks out and does Robin Hood style things. The Ranger would also work for that. Ranger would actually also work. Ranger could also work for that. And you can multi-class. You can multi-class in this game. But Noble, Dragonborn, Noble, Gold Dragonborn. So Gold Dragonborn, Noble background, sneaks out of their house to, sneaks out into the city to be the, not Robin Hood style thief, but the, I'm creating Batman, aren't I? It just hit me that would just create Batman. So, I mean, there's nothing wrong with creating Bat, actually. So, Dragonborn Noble, the Noble Rogue ain't some great hero. they're an urban explorer. Okay, actually, I like. If we go that route, definitely Ranger. Definitely Ranger if we go that route. They pick locks and traps to keep people safe, but they explore for fun. Okay, yeah, I like that. I like that idea. Okay, so urban explorer, they're a noble, but they explore their exploration. Okay, I like that idea. That idea I like. So we're going with noble, and I think that would also work well with ranger. I think ranger works that way. I think ranger works for that. Okay, so urban tracker would make the most sense, but we're not really going to get much use out of that. Okay, so our options are Beast Tamer, which I think each of these give us some sort of proficiency. Okay, so yeah, we... What? Okay, fire... Okay, we're gold. I forgot about that. I like gold! Wasteland Wanderer. Okay, so... Gotta put this over here so I can see everything that's changing over on... Okay, so that would give us Find Familiar, which is honestly a really good spell for Beast Tamer, and we get True Strike by default. With Urban, you get... What do you get from Urban? Like... Does that... What do I get for this? Does this give me anything at all, actually? That's a good question. Okay, an expert. Okay, you gain proficiency in sleight of hand. Okay, that could be very useful. Your recon familiars be soulless magical construction instead of animals blessed with awareness with your bond with you. Not soulless. Okay, they're a spirit. Okay, they're a spirit you summon from another plane. Which I can understand not liking that. Okay, okay, so sleight of hand is really good. Okay, Wasteland Wanderer. Okay, you gain resistance to cold damage. That's honestly really good. Well, you can flavor things however you want. Okay, so poison, resistance to poison damage. That's always good. Wasteland Wanderer doesn't work for us because we're already a red dragon. We already have resistance to fire from being a red dragon. I mean, a gold dragon war. Like I can see it either. I can see there are arguments for both. I can perfectly agree that the original, like the thing is, the original got to do a lot more. Yeah, flavor is free and can sometimes trap rules. So yeah, you can just find familiar the old way. There's nothing changes if you do that. Okay, so we've got Urban Tracker. Seems like it fits the character idea best. Okay, so we got the option of Bounty Hunter. I gotta move this over here. Bounty Hunter, you gain proficiency in investigation. And they have I think this one might be. Okay, so yeah, Urban Tracker fits the theme. Okay, Bounty Hunter, you get proficiency in investigation, and they have disadvantage on the saving throw against Ensnaring Strike. Keeper of the Veil, you specialize in hunting creatures from another plane of existence. You get proficiency in Arcana, and can cast Perfection for Good and Evil. That is actually really good, but good. History of Battling Spellcasters, you get proficiency in Arcana and can cast True Strike. We can already do that. Oh, wait, no. Ranger Knight, you serve to Sword Crown. That doesn't fit. Sanctified Stalker, you swore to hunt enemies of a holy or druidic order. You gain proficiency in religion and can cast Sacred Flame. Okay, Sacred Flame is good. None of these really fit, though. Like, none of these really fit the character. Also, why wasn't this what 2024 did with Ranger's favorite enemy? Because this is actually great. Like, this is actually really good. Proficiency in history and armor proficiency with heavy armor would kind of fit a noble in medieval period, because nobles actually did train with heavy armor, but that doesn't really fit the stealth. Like, Bounty Hunter. That would... Keeper of the Veil. Okay, proficiency with Arcana. Like, this works in a lot of ways, but... okay, so Bounty Hunter... Okay, so I'm not sure which of these I want to take. Like, character-wise, none of them, this really doesn't affect anything. Okay, passive feature. Okay, so this is good and useful. So we might just stick with it. What does True Strike do here? You gain a... okay, so True Strike is still bad. This is not 2024 True Strike. Honestly, this one feels like it makes the most sense. But I'm not going to use heavy armor, is the problem. Wait, it says it gives me heavy armor proficiency, but it doesn't? Okay, but trade-off is that history proficiency does make sense. But Bounty Hunter does come in handy. Like, Bounty Hunter does come in handy a lot. But Sanctified Stalker, Sacred Flame's really good, and proficiency with religion works, and a noble could be proficiency. I was not representing anyone but myself. Yeah, yeah, I like that line. It makes sense, but Sanctifying works better because Sacred Flame is powerful. Yeah. Okay, so now we can go back to editing our appearance. Because now we actually have an idea for the character concept. Okay, so I think this crown still works for the noble. It does look very majestic. So now we get the chin. So there's a lot of options for the chin here. So we can have just plain chin with spikes, a single spike. Multiple spikes, kind of a mini beard, horns, like 2 more spikes, just a bunch of spikes. Honestly, I think, I'm gonna say female. For some reason, all of my characters and my D&D characters end up being female, except for Foxy Owl. Okay, so that doesn't look bad, actually. Like, that looks like a chin that you would be able to stab someone with if you headbutted them. Okay. I'm gonna go without the chin spike because I feel that fits the noble look better. Okay, so we can go completely smooth jawline, which would fit. We can go... let me see. Okay, so we can go completely smooth jawline or a wide variety of spikes. Okay, so... it's good for doing a surprise attack and not much else yet. That looks very majestic, but doesn't quite fit the noble look. The one with more armored jawline. This? Yeah, because I think that looks number 3. Okay. Oh yeah, that could work. Okay, yeah, that works. Okay, so we've actually got the option of our color scheme. We can do various colors of gold. So we can have a very pale gold to a very dark gold. I do appreciate that looks like the most regal colored gold, but there's red in there. Chocolate gold, so like this color. Yeah, I like that color. Yeah, let's stick with that. Okay, body art. We can have piercings. We can have piercings of various sorts. I do like this, though. I do kind of like... I feel like if they're a noble, they might have, like, gem encrusting things. Silver Gold Gala. Okay. Because I feel... Okay, Dark Moons, which... Okay, that looks fairly regal, actually. Like, that does look rather regal. That... Ooh, that looks neat. Another question, do you need a PhD to fully understand the single for an anime? I wouldn't say you need a PhD. Minotaur nose rings. Yeah, I like that. But let's see what else we got. I do like the serpents. I do like those. Arch face rolls. Okay, I like that. I do like how that looks. Unfortunately, we can only pick one. But I do kind of like the serpents. The serpents do look nice. Let's... Yeah, I like the serpents. The serpents do look nice. Okay, eyes. We can have any color eyes we want, and I tend to... And one thing about the Dragonborn I really like is they got the flaming eye color. I like the flaming eyes. So we can like have glowing pink eyes if we want. We can have black eyes, which just look creepy. Or white eyes. I kind of like the idea of purple since we're meant to be regal. Magenta also looks good, but okay, so I think that's this color, which does look very pretty. There's purple kind of fits the regal theme because purple's a royal color. Look at different colors of purple. I kind of like that color purple. And actually, you can actually choose any color, and you do have the option of heterochromia actually. So you can actually have two different color purple. So if we want to have one eye purple and the other eye magenta, that is an option. Which does kind of look cool. So we do have the option of heterochromia. Heterochromia is an option. Ooh, blood. Oh, that actually does sound cool. I do think that is actually another question, is how we handle the, what subclass we're going to get. Because there are options that make this make sense. Okay. Let me actually look up what Ranger subclasses there are. Okay, let me look this up real quick. I know we've been here a while. Okay, there's no Fey Wanderer. There is no Fey Wanderer option. There is Gloom. Okay, so Beastmaster, Gloomstalker, Hunter, and Swarmkeeper. I'm thinking... Well, kinda. It kinda is, but I don't think that that's necessarily a bad thing. Yeah, I mean, it depends. Our character's meant to be a noble, so them having something, like, special looking about them makes sense. Okay. That said, I kind of like purple and magenta. Like, I kind of like how purple and magenta look. Yeah, I kind of like how that looks. Okay, makeup. Okay, so makeup, obviously, we're a noble. That makes perfect sense. Okay, since our... Honestly, I don't really give a darn much what a character looks like. Okay, so for starters, let's pick a color that stands out because we're a noble, so logistically we would have one that would be stand out against the scales, because if we're playing a noble, that is something they would do. I do like the red. Magenta fits. Magenta does also look good. Yeah, I have been I believe I've DM'd for that character. I kind of. Okay, let's look through all of them. So that one looks neat. This one also looks good. I kind of like how that one looks. Yeah, okay, I think I kind of like that one. So let's see. Yeah, okay, let's see. Black does fit. Like, yeah, I think black looks too sinister. Like, I think black kind of looks a little too sinister. If this is a spoiled character, they're meant to be spoiled sweet. Okay, so let's do that. We do have the option for a tail. Let's zoom out. We have options for tails. We have the spiky tail, that's almost a xenomorph tail. Okay, so yeah, we have the option. I kind of like the spiky one because it looks the most dragony. So yeah, we'll give her a tail. Yeah, I like that tail. Okay, let's see how the. Not sure I like that. Actually, let's go blue. Oh yeah, like that actually would make sense. Is to pick a color that accents the jewelry. That actually would make sense. Yeah. Okay, I like that. Okay, so anything else? Also, that does not seem to visibly change things. Okay, so that's the general appearance. Oh wait, we still got more here actually then. Okay, so... Okay, yeah, you can't see the lipstick, unfortunately. Body type's male or female. Well, we can either be a big or small. Okay, so... Let's see, I think we got other stuff we can do up here at Origin. Okay, so... Yeah, body type just big or small. Oh, okay. Let's go back there. You. Also, I think because of something that I have, you can't see it, but okay, so makeup. Oh. There we go. Okay. So now she has lipstick. Let's see what we can do. Okay, I actually like how that looks because it, makes the look all come together. I will say that if you're, for whatever reason, if you're not playing with the, sexy stuff turned off, you can actually decide into, the genitals are customizable. I won't go into that because this is a PG-13 channel, but it is a thing. that you can alter. Okay, so I'm actually going to decrease my strength and increase intelligence because I don't want this character to be an idiot. And strength's kind of a dump stat. Strength's kind of a dump stat on these characters. On a ranger. We're going to get a big, beefy barbarian at some point. I'd like my con to be a little higher. So I'm considering doing that. So we have a little more HP. And then we get an ability of the next ability score, we just bump that up to kind of prefer it this way. Okay, so can I affect this? Okay, I can swap some stuff out. Do. Okay, so, but that's the floating ability score for stealth. Okay, so, we can swap some stuff around. I think nature to survival is probably better. Okay, I like the description. Stay fit, perform stunts, helps shove and resist being shoved. Acrobatics, keep your balance, land on your feet, helps you resist being shoved. Sleight of hand, nimble fingers, stealth plus stealth, stay out of sight, mountains of shadows, helps when you're hiding. Arcana, not our best asset. History check, history, investigation, nature, okay. And of course religion is on here too. Nice DD. Okay, that actually does get you a lot though. Like, I feel like maybe I should swap something out for investigation. I mean, not investigation, religion. Oh wait, no, we get that from something else. Okay, or we're supposed to anyway. Like, I believe we're actually supposed to get proficiency in religion. Yeah, we're supposed to get proficient. Why don't we have that? Okay, yeah, actually it comes up over here. Okay, so those are just the skills I get naturally. Okay, so we've got Sleight of Health, Stealth. Okay, so I think we've got a character. We just need an, okay, so, yeah, we got an interesting character here. Okay, so yeah, we can proceed. Tave is the default character name. So Tav, Sterili, Dawnbreaker. That's a neat name. But I want to make my own name. Might use Dawnbreaker as the last name. Dawnbreaker's the last name works. Also, Riley, get out of there. Let me think on this for a second. I like the last name Dawnbreaker, but okay, so hang on. Okay, so do. Okay, so let me think for a second. He says, I'm with you in the dark, your hopes and dreams are always with you. When death says, I'm with you in the dark, you can't keep your breath. Yeah, I just, also, Theo, if you're wondering, I just finished the Deltarune Let's Play, so we've been talking about that. Yeah, that makes it, that does track. Okay, so... Let me see. Okay, what is the... do. Oh, okay, I like that. Okay, Okay, will you let me... Which means, which is a word for gold. I like that. Is that enough to fit? Okay. Okay, yeah, I like that. Okay, so... Okay, so I'm trying to figure out, because I know you can choose your deity during, you're supposed to do it during character creation though, I think. Or it might be afterwards, actually.
You need a guardian.
Oh yeah, this is a thing. Okay, so this is something. Yeah, we can completely do this too. They have to be a different species. You know what? Let's just go silly and make them a gnome. Let's make them a gnome just for fun. Or a halfling. A halfling is also an option. Yeah, let's go halfling. Dang it. Okay, that's not what I wanted to do. Hang on, I accidentally clicked out of the window to see what you guys are saying. Hang on. Yeah, but I think halfling is fun here. Okay. Okay, actually, let's go gnome. We can't decide there. We can't decide that. Anything else, so let's venture forth. Okay, so we spent about an hour on character creation, which sounds about right. But yes, Gnome Barbarian is a completely feasible creation. I think I have to choose that afterwards. I think I can choose that in my discussion afterwards. If not, that's a problem. But I didn't see an option to choose a god. So I think we have to do that in our actual character profile afterwards, because there's options there. Okay, so yep, here we have the opening of the game of people of the obvious panic of a freaking nautiloid rampaging through a city. And that was a Wilhelm scream. However, I remember a friend telling me this is one of the few times you're actually happy to say, "Oh, good, the red dragons are here." Vampires have a memorial to ravens, so they have a cult writing, and we're just evil. Yeah, thank goodness for the red dragons. which is not something a person of Faerun normally would say. But in this instance, it's entirely 100% the case. Because, yeah, for those that don't know the lore, Githyanki and Red Dragons have a symbiotic relationship, more or less. The Githyanki... Yep, Red Dragon saves his rider. Yeah, the Githyanki and Red Dragons have a symbiotic relationship, more or less. It's... I believe they have an agreement with Tiamat. Like, the Githyanki have an agreement with Tiamat, I believe. And that's why Red Dragons will let Githyanki ride them and have a bond with them. So it's more or less a symbiotic relationship. Hates Red Dragons. More than I think they're difficult to work with a lot of the time. I don't think Tiamat hates any of her offspring except for the ones that cause problems. Let's look on. Mind Flayers. Even Tiamat hates Mind Flayers. Okay, that makes more sense. Okay. So, there's our Yankee buddy here. Okay, not buddy, but ally. It happens. They can turn dragons into Mind Flayer dragons. Of course, she hates them. They can take what is hers. Yeah, that makes sense. Also, we are literally in the 9 Hells. So now this is turned into a melee of Githyanki versus Mind Flayers versus Devils. So this is escalated quickly. Yeah, this has escalated tremendously. Actually, this is no longer a. This is a situation. This has become a situation. Okay, so I forget.
Might still be stuck inside if we hadn't been attacked.
So there's the okay, so just I forget how to rotate the camera. I need to figure that out. Okay, so however, I believe
All's well that ends. Not as bad as it could have.
that log. Inventory equipment. I believe this is actually where I can go to decide certain things, including my spells, which I don't actually have spell casting yet, I don't think. Okay, so I'm trying to find where I can select my deity, because I know that's a thing I can do. Okay. I know that I can do that somehow, I just don't remember how. It's actually important because it decides things. Okay, so noble. Okay, There's our saving. Having a 0 intelligence saving bonus is not necessarily a good thing. Okay, so we have no melee weapons, but we do have a bow. We have keys. Okay. Got an alchemy option, that's interesting. I did not realize I had that. I know that there's a way to... There are things I need to figure out, because I know that it's... I thing. Resist fire, which in this situation is probably a good thing. Let me actually check. Okay. Okay, so that only apply. They only make a deal of that with clerics and paladins. That's kind of annoying, honestly. Oh wait, no, that's. Oh no, that's a mod. I don't want to take that mod actually, because mods are available. Okay, so that's only a thing if you're a cleric or a paladin. That's actually kind of irritating. Okay, so that's how I turn the camera. Okay. But anyway, also let's save the game. Okay, so now we can look around.
On my way.
Where the hells are we?
I'm not even
Where
sure.
where in the hells are we? Literally in hell.
Someone else got out.
Might be other survivors.
This is the pool that thing came from. The parasite now writhing behind your eye.
Okay, and yes, yeah, that did not go
You
as planned.
notice nothing more than meets the eye.
Of course. Lovely way to start things. There's a corpse of a mind flayer,
Let's
maybe.
have a look.
Fortunately, I don't think I took as much damage from that as I could have, because, you know, I'm a...
Dead. Good.
I have health potions, I don't want to use one right now. Plus, I'm a ranger, I'm meant to be in... Let's look up here.
Wonder who was inside.
I don't think last time I actually explored up here. Ooh, chest. Potion of animal speaking and gold. Nice. Okay, don't see anything up here. There's actually something I missed last time that I didn't want to. Okay. Oh, there's another. Is there another chest up there? Okay, my character is actually running all the way over here. Oh, that's why you always want to check everything. Oh wait.
Visions project into your mind. A nautiloid hurtling through the plains, resplendent with psionic energy.
Okay. Continuing.
Anything of use?
Nope, just gold, which can. Oh, right. Okay, yeah, okay, so good. Me getting blown up does not result in immediate death. But my character has to run all the way around the thing. Gold, which at the moment's not incredibly useful, but will eventually be. Okay, so let's go for the sphincter here, which is... Okay. I know there's something here I don't want to miss.
We are trapped.
A feeling penetrates your mind. An anomaly, one like ourselves, unconnected from the whole. Caution.
Help us.
Mind flayer horticulture.
A 1,000 years of humanoid history. Elves, dwarves, humans, and more flash behind your eyes.
I don't believe I selected those. Feels like I should have. It feels like there's a lot. I mean, a lot of this is just trying to make is simplifying things. Aha. Okay, so that's something I did not recognize, and I think it will.
We are trapped.
Okay, here's the cat. Okay, so this is going to require doing something no sane, rational person would ever do. Or at least sane, rational person that knows what the heck this thing is. But I want to do this anyway. Just a...
Yes, you've come to save us from this place. From this place, you'll free us.
The exposed brain quivers in expectation.
Please. Before they return. They return. The enemy. So many enemies. A newborn. Born new from this husk.
You realize you're talking to an intellect devourer, a minion of the mind flayers who abducted you.
Yeah, so... Though this is something, because if I'm not mistaken, this is immediately clears that this thing is an aberrant. Like, is aberrant, because I do not believe intellect devourers are normally sapient. So the fact that this one is... Because I believe that intellect... Yeah, they cannot... They can understand deep speech, but they normally can't talk. Like, I don't believe they're sentient. They're sapient. Normally. So, this is a very abnormal one. And I'm just checking, because I believe intellect devourers are normally not sapient. Okay, they normally have an above average intelligence, like they normally have an intelligence of 12, but they're not normally able to speak or really think. Like, they're more intelligent predators, normally. So the fact this one can talk... Yeah, they're like dogs that eat brains, so one communicating with you in common is freaking weird. Yeah, so it's very obvious this is not your average
Remove us from this body.
intellect devourer. So something is very weird with this. I am bad at investigation checks.
A this strange context, you notice nothing unusual about the brain.
Yeah, so I'm going to play this as her being like, okay, this thing is not supposed to be intelligent or sapient or actually afraid of the mind flayers. Because this thing seems to be afraid of the mind flayers, which normally they're not. So I'm going to say she's going to just take a shot in the dark. And let's see if we can actually succeed in a dice roll. Okay, good. Also, say hello to one of the funnest characters in this game, which is why, even if it's not the same thing to do...
But you notice an opportunity. You could cripple the strange creature, making it more subservient, should it prove a threat.
Yeah. Because this actually will benefit us later.
We are free. Our freedom is ours, friend.
The creature pauses, listening. Something behind your eyes seizes in recognition.
We must go to the helm. At the helm, we are needed. Us.
Yep, and a intellect devour that gives itself a name. Which, given, if I'm not mistaken, intellect devours are part of the hive mind. Are normally part of the hive mind. One having individuality at all is also unusual.
The brain tenses, as though querying an unseen advisor.
Do you not hear it? We will not survive here. We are needed to navigate. We are needed to leave this realm. To the helm we go. We are going to the helm.
Yep, so this is us. Who is now our ally, and also surprisingly adorable for an intellect devour. Let's head over to this thing.
Doesn't do anything.
He'll teleport to us. Actually, no. Okay, he just crawls. They. I don't know what to call this thing because it's a freaking brain. But yes, us is an oddly adorable little intellect devourer who's an aberration. Yep, when you're like, oh, the worst thing that happened to me today is we are not lobotomizing it. Yes, exactly. When you think the worst thing that can happen today is that you got abducted by mind flayers, then you walk out and see this.
Abomination. This is your end.
Your head throbs and your skin tingles. Visions rush past. A dragon's wing, a silver sword, and a flash of your face seen through the strange woman's eyes.
Yeah, that makes sense.
My head.
Yeah, I can see that.
This? Skvar. You are no thrall. Vlaakith blesses me this day. Together, we might survive. We carry mind flayer parasites. Unless we escape, unless we are cleansed, our bodies and minds will be tainted and twisted. Within days, we will be Geich, mind flayers. Who am I? Your only chance of survival. We can do nothing until we escape. That must be our priority. First, we exterminate the imps. Then we find the helm and take control of the ship. As for that thing, it will remain tame as long as it believes we are thralls. It may be of use in the fight to come.
I like that they ever actually address the intellect devourer. Okay, you handle the melee, I'll handle the range. You handle whatever it is intellect devourers do. Okay, so ranged attack. So there's no reason not to use this. So I'm going to fall back because I'm entirely ranged based. Do I have any... No, don't really have any in turn. Okay, what options does our little guy have? Okay, so he can't do the mind blast probably because he was literally just born. So roll over there and attack that. Good job, little guy. Cleanses and cured or cleanses and cleansed? Good question.
I will ascend.
Okay, so she has the option of... Okay, can she... Okay, she cannot reach him. So just going to... Okay, that went well.
You proved surprisingly adequate in battle.
What's hiding here?
Now, to the helm.
Okay, well, loot the... It's D&D, looting the corpses is a time-honored tradition. Okay, good, got a... have a melee weapon now. That might come in handy. Because now I can defend myself in melee. Ooh, a scimitar, even better. Ooh, light crossbow, also good to have. Okay, I can still sell these later, so... Okay, let's see here. Okay, so... Let's see, can I put the hand axe in my offhand? Okay. Nice. Okay, so we got that option now. So we have both melee and ranged options. Okay, what time is it? Okay, so still got a half hour left. Save game. Okay, so now we have the option of both range and melee, which is definitely good. Let's see what else there is around here.
I wonder if the gods are watching me.
Okay, so I was just able to lay down on that. That's weird. Okay, listen. Okay, anything else of value? Because in this case, beggars can't be choosers.
Here we go.
Ship won't be able to take another dragon attack. We need to get out.
Ooh, short swords. Nice. Ooh, that's worse than what I have. But... Okay, so how much damage does this do versus the short sword? Okay, short sword actually is the better... Actually, no, are they... Ah, okay, so this is just better because this uses my dex. Okay, that's why that's better. Okay.
Gave machinery. Can make no
Machine
sense
made
of
them
this.
hostile.
Okay, so... Okay, so us can't really do much right now. Alright, then...
Let's see.
You! Get me out of this damn thing! We have no time for stragglers.
The construction is too alien. Nothing looks familiar.
This ship is crashing. Do you intend to die for a stranger?
Try that contraption next to the pod. They did something to it when they sealed me in. Hurry! Please!
I'd want them to help me, yes.
The
Exactly.
console appears dormant. The mechanisms are completely unrecognizable at first, but then you spy an empty socket. Nothing. The console remains dormant.
Okay.
And that socket must power this thing.
Alright, then...
More for me. Brain in a jar. Needs a key.
Alright, I was injured, and there's a healing pod right
Moving ahead.
here.
Odd things. Wonder what plane
I think that actually is where we're supposed to go. Oh, okay, this is where we climbed up. Okay. Let's see if Us knows anything.
Its thoughts rattling against yours. Something inside you squirms in recognition.
Friend, we will go to the helm now. In a realm where we have fled. We have fled to a realm called Avernus, first of the 9 hells. We are escaping a great evil. To know you. To love you. To give you our gift. A gift. A gift to make you as we are. Soon you will be so beautiful. So powerful. We are going to the helm! My friend and I are going to the helm.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, an intellect devourer saying something like that is unusual. Like, normally it would not, even if other intellect devourers could talk, they would probably say something more, they probably would not say the word friend.
She doesn't know.
Because that word would be alien to mind flayers, wouldn't it?
As you place your hand on the pod, you hear something. A presence connected to the pod, commanding the person inside to change.
Oh, that's not a good thing. Also, just to be clear, I don't think that was us causing this to happen. I think this was something entirely different. And yeah, they're a mind flayer now.
Change her. Changed at the pull of a lever. How? If we are not purified, this may be our fate.
Okay.
Before it's our turn. This might unlock those controls next to the pod. Another brain.
First rule of a D&D dungeon, find everything. Explore everywhere, because you will inevitably find things. Second rule of a D&D dungeon, don't be stupid and charge Leroy Jenkins into a situation. That will not end well.
The console appears dormant. The console hums to life. But what is its purpose? Will it free the captive or transform her like that other unfortunate?
Ooh, nat 20! Nice!
The pulsing glow and organic lines of the device make it seem more like a beating heart than a machine. This device is different from the one that caused the other captive to transform. Perhaps it will open the nearby pod. Suddenly, you feel a hideous squirming in your head. The parasite. Then discomfort fades, and another sensation washes over you. Connection. Authority.
Well, she is a noble, but I don't think she would trust this necessarily. Alright, okay, I think we have to here. Okay, so unless we get a critical failure, there's no way to fail that. Okay.
You feel the biomechanical brain of the console process your command and yield to it. A shiver runs across your mind. You feel sated.
What's up for discussion?
I thought that damn thing was going to be my coffin. Thank you.
Your mind lurches into her thoughts. Her gratitude is mixed with wariness, because you have a Gith with you.
You keep dangerous company.
Hmm.
I did. It must be because of those parasites they put in us. They'll have to wait. I need to get off this ship alive first. Let me come with you. We can get off this ship and watch each other's backs along the way. Shadowheart. One moment. It's nothing. Trust me.
Enough of this chatter. We need to get to the helm. Now.
She's right. Lead on.
So now we have a cleric, which is great. Okay, so that's where we got the thing, so now we go this way. We technically have a full party if we count us.
We are nearing the helm. Once inside, do as I say.
Who put you in charge? I'll trust my own judgment.
Kanyank.
Okay. So, mind flayers versus demons.
Thrall, connect the nerves of the transponder. We must escape. Now.
Do it. We will deal with the Geich after we escape.
Connect the nerves. Nerves! We will connect them.
Okay, so we're gonna have to deal with these demons, of course, so...
Let these intruders.
Okay, finish that guy off, little guy.
Victory awaits. This is your end. Need to act fast.
Okay, and cantrip, always nice. That's taken care of now.
Should check for anything useful.
The Mind Flayer and Demon are currently fighting each other.
No traps, please.
Take
Okay, us does not have any ranged options at this level, so
Taking a look. Need to stay focused.
okay, now all the demons are dead except for this one, which, yeah, the fight between those two is going to last a while, so no point in intervening, and we kind of want them focused on each other rather than on
Swift
us.
as my feet can carry me.
I am fury. I am death. What lies within?
Okay, so now we just...
And what might you be hiding?
If this ship hits the ground, we're dead.
At the ready.
Okay,
or your spine is mine.
Time to strike. My path be true.
okay.
Hurry, before they strike. My faith will protect me. Let's see what we have here.
Okay, we made the saving throw. Good.
Best be on my way.
Splendid! Avernus is ours!
Victory awaits.
Okay, we're...
This. Might as well take a look.
Okay, and my player is still fighting the...
Open up.
Take this, or Zariel will have your head!
I will ascend. Worth examining. Focus. I need to reach the transponder. Can't give up. Got to press on.
Okay, they're still fighting each other, and here comes some more demons. So our mind flayer buddy's not gonna survive much longer because he's about to get triple. There's a trick when you place a chest in front of the door so the demon reinforcements can't get in.
These boots have seen everything.
Your turn now!
This creature can't activate the transponder.
Death.
Okay, there we go.
The helm's alien transponder. You've made it in time.
cousin. He probably thought she was a thrall. Like, he probably thought she was a thrall. Which, to be fair, she probably should be, but she's not for story reasons. So... as soon as we get the chance to save, that will be the end of the session. So this worked perfectly fine. You guys did not have any problems with the stream. It streamed good, right? But yeah, I think he breathed fire on her because he thought she was a thrall. Streaming worked. Okay, good. Well, there's something you don't see every day. Yeah, that's something you'd expect. Like, yeah, the one thing I wish they did was that there was more races. Like I said, the only non-human looking race you can play as really is the Dragonborn, and Tiefling. I guess Tiefling. Also, the thing about Tieflings and Aasimar that annoy me is they theoretically can be any race, but people always portray them as human. You can actually have a Dragonborn Tiefling, technically. That is technically a thing that could exist. Like any humanoid can technically become a Tiefling. Like, Tieflings can come from any humanoid race, but everyone always just makes them humans.
Other than the infection, you're more or less intact. A miracle, given everything you've been through. But it'll all be for nothing if you don't find help soon. The tadpole is a death sentence, and the clock is ticking. You need a cure.
Okay, so we have successfully... yeah, someone saved her. We have made it back to Faerun. So this is where we're going to end this. I hope you got creepy when the Devourer says you'll be beautiful, Shudders. Yeah. Because we rescued us, we will see them again. We will see us again. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, like, comment, subscribe. See you guys next time. Bye! Dragon Warrior, no one complains in my age when you can't play as a slime. But anyway, like, comment, subscribe. See you guys later. Bye! I still don't have a catchphrase.